Welcome everyone. Thrilled and delighted to be able to present to you today a smarter way into the USA with an amazing panel of experts who have some great knowledge, some great insights, and some great connections to help you land and expand across the pond. I'd like to just, if I can, just tell you a little bit about GTM. We've been going nearly 7 or 8 years. We help high-growth scale-ups internationalize by giving them curated and qualified advice to help them before they travel, expand and land into different regions. And we've built up an ecosystem over the years of 300 partners and collaborators from government, trade, and commercial bodies. We're thrilled and delighted today to plan and look at how we can develop what we do into 2024. We've already got a very focused approach to sectors, particularly life sciences, but we're looking to build into this net zero, aerospace, and sustainability. And we've also entered into an exciting collaborative and strategic relationship with Fraser & Dieter, an accounting firm based in the US, but have growth and capabilities and offices here now in the UK. And I'd like, if I may, introduce you to principal sponsors, just to say a few words about what Fraser & Dieter does, both in North America and in London and Cambridge.
I'm David Patton. I'm a U.S. tax partner out of Fraser & Dieter. Fraser & Dieter's a U.S. headquartered firm. We've got 7 offices across the states, and one here in the city of London, and then another in Cambridge and in Bangalore. And we've been in business for about 40 years with a focus on the middle market and helping companies kind of expand to the States from Western Europe.
My name is Malcolm Joy. I'm based here in London, head up the UK team at Fraser & Dieter. Yeah, working very closely with David and the colleagues in the US. We're really proud of, pleased to be supporting GTM with the various initiatives around expansion into the US for tech, biotech companies and others as well. We've been in the UK now for about 5 years, and we've helped in the last 2.5 years alone. It's more than 250 UK and European companies set up in the US, so it's very much a core part of what we do.
Malcolm, David, thank you.
So if you have to give just one big advice to a company from the UK about to move to the US and spring of next year, what would that be?
Regulations. Make sure your FDA's in the right spot. Speak to Mark.
Management time. Before you get to the quality of life and you're living your dreams, which are great, the management bandwidth, right, to go into the US market. This is not a part-time job when you think of all the issues that have been raised here before you're even talent ready, right, to go there. You have to have that management bandwidth. And I think you have to reflect on how did your company grow wherever its home market is, because you're going to have to look at those lessons and apply them to this new market, because it takes a big commitment. But if you win in the US, you win big.
The right partners, I'd say this is just as important as the US as it is in China or India, right? You have to have partners who know what they're doing on the ground, because for you to build that infrastructure will take a long time.
Don't skip on professional services. It's much more expensive on the back end when you're trying to exit and you've done something incorrectly. Set up right, make sure that you've talked to all the different advisors and invested in that.
Building on that, just recognizing the fact that the US has got this 2-tier system. You've got federal regulations and you've got state regulations, and just getting your head around both of those before you start setting up is really important.
I'd say be talent ready. All those things you have to do before you can hire somebody, make sure you're ready before you try to go down the hiring path.
And I'd build on that. Chris mentioned the regulatory pathway, understanding what that is, but it's more than that. It's the planning. It's sitting down up front of how am I going to get there, and engaging all of the right experts to understand that pathway.
I'm more commercial, so I would probably say you've done your due diligence. So it's understanding, the opportunity in the States, what's the total addressable market, and what's your competition. And then I will go straight back to what Mark said. It says, what is your distribution channel? Because building it is difficult, but if you've got partners who understand it, that can bring you through that, or certain people that that can fill the gap between the UK and the US for a period of time, that often works. So it's not like you have to employ straight away if you have the right talent that can do it, and then build maybe slowly and then go out. But it's really understanding your total addressable market and really pushing hard on that.
thank you everybody on the panel for what's been a fascinating and really engaged session. A round of applause to our panelists. Thank you.